Welcome to Raw Talk, and as I've mentioned before, I am really going to try to speed through this shit, unless I actually have something to really say. I had fun. That's first and foremost. Drew McIntyre opened up the show with some cheers, talks about CM Punk and Paper Champion Damian Priest. Damian actually came out with a great promo, and he granted Drew a World Heavyweight title shot opportunity. So that's going to be really cool. I just really enjoyed this segment. As part of Damian Priest's new WWE contract deal, he actually gets a little bit more creative freedom in his promos and stuff. So I wanted to mention that, and we got to see a little bit of that there, and it's just amazing. As I've mentioned before, you're going to have your Cody Rhodes, your Roman Reigns, like your big shot superstars, people that are really good on the mic, like your CM Punks, your Cody Rhodes, and a plethora of other people. And some people that don't seem as good, but you'd be surprised how some people can actually be really good if you allow them the chance to showcase that. Zoe and Shayna outside were running in, well, they weren't running. They ran into Damage Control. Io was yelling at Shayna, which was a little bit weird because, no offense, it was in Japanese. Very few people understand what she was saying. If I was screaming at someone, it would be in the language that they can understand, even if it's just one word. Fuck is a pretty simple word. Just keep screaming it, you know? At least you understand what's going on. Don't go into this whole like big rant like they understand what you're saying. Io versus Shayna. This was a nice match. Chant, cheering. Sorry. The crowd was cheering. I'm so distracted, I'm sorry, with the CM Punk that came out early, the pack for WWE 2K24. The crowd was cheering. This is awesome, is what I was trying to say. Io wins, and she was cheered. And she should be. She's great. On her own, not when she's being goosey with the rest of Damage Control. Backstage, Carlito and Judgment Day are chilling. They're chilling. And Priest says, you can do whatever you want with this guy, but honestly, to me, I don't trust him. You're not welcomed. So Carlito left. Backstage, Chad Gable grills Alpha Academy, as always. It was actually kind of funny. I actually enjoyed that segment. Like, the roasting was actually pretty decent. There's something about it for me, which is kind of funny. Backstage, Kathy interview with Kofi about his match against Gunther. We could see how well that went. Backstage, Pierce. Wait. Did I even, like, what the hell happened there? Did I miss to put something down here? About his match against Gunther. So, well, let's talk about it. It was a great match. It made, Kofi look strong. Yeah, for some reason, I completely... Oh, there we go. Never mind. I'm sorry. This is what happens. This is why I'm an amateur. Wow. Backstage, Pierce and Truth. There we go. And Miz and Kiana James. This was really funny. Because Kiana James said, I won't hesitate. I'll edudicate. And Truth said, in the workplace? Is that even PG? I was in fucking tears. He thought she said, okay, ejaculate. Yeah, so let's move on. Lillian Garcia came out, which was really weird. No problems with her coming out. And she was introduced by Samantha, introduced Kofi versus Gunther. It's a nice match. Again, it made Kofi look strong, but you can even see the look on Pat McAfee's face. We don't know where Michael Cole went, but Kofi lost. Gunther won in a dominating fashion. But again, Kofi was very strong here. And I very much enjoyed this backstage interview with Jackie and Valkyria talking about Becky, who then walks by and thanks her for having her back, the two Irish girls. I almost said the two Irish lads. Liv asks if Becky's always been a bitch. And then Becky bops Liv in the chin because she ended up being there. It's like, oops. Whoopsie. Backstage, Kofi walks by Karrion Kross, who tells him there's always more time to turn things around. Bronson Reed versus Akira Tozawa. Bronson made quick work of him, which I didn't really like because I really like Akira. He's like really good, but I really also like Bronson. So it's kind of like, whatever. it is what it is. Backstage interview with Ludwig Kaiser about if Gunther can beat Ilya Dragunov. And it was a good little interview. Gets very into it, Ludwig Kaiser. Can't wait to see what's going to happen with Giovanni Vinci, because I think he's on SmackDown now. And then backstage, Pierce and Jackie with New Catch Republic. There's going to be a tag team tournament to crown the new contenders for the Awesome Truth titles. Pierce asked about why Braun Breaker was not in King of the Ring, which he should be. Valkyria versus Zoe, right here. Huge win for Valkyria, who will now face Io Sky backstage. There was a Yeet promo with the Yeet Master Uso, talking about some Yeety King of the Ring shit. Sami versus Otis. Sami Zayn defeats Otis. And then after there, he slapped Otis a couple of times. And Sami came back to help him out, but it looks like he didn't want his help. And he still left with Gable. I don't know, Otis should have just bulldozered him right over. Backstage, Braun Strowman says the Creed brothers have a great career ahead of them. Tells Ivy Niles, calm down with the biceps, you're catching up to me. JD McNugget came out to put Braun on notice. Wow, okay. Becky versus Dakota. Damage Control attack Becky mid-match. Valkyria comes out to rescue Becky again. Liv Morgan ran in and tossed Becky into the post. And I'm thinking to myself, has this made Liv Morgan heel? Either which way, she seems to be a fan favorite. Remember, just because you're a heel doesn't mean people don't like you. Backstage, another interview with Ilya Dragunov, wants to be King of the Ring. Talks about Jey Uso and how he beat Gunther in NXT. Gunther comes in, smiles, and leaves. There's no attacking. There's none of that. There's none of that stuff. World Tag Team Championship qualifier match. JD and Grand Slam Finn versus AOP, New Catch Republic, Creed Brothers. It was a fatal four-way match. But Carlito here, as you could see, backstabbed Pete Dunne, and he was done. And then Judgment Day ended up winning. Backstage, Ricochet wishes Ilya Dragunov good luck in his match. Backstage again. A lot of backstage. Backstage. Ricochet, yeah, I've already said that. Backstage, Judgment Day cheered on Carlito, and then Damian Priest was like, you know what you did out there? That was cool. And thanked him for helping them out. And then Jey Uso versus Ilya Dragunov. Great match. Jey Uso picks up the win. Gunther enters the ring to stare down Jey Uso. Jey Uso starts doing his little jig, and I was thinking it would have just been so funny to watch someone serious like Gunther just start breaking out in a dance. I just think it would have been funny. But that didn't happen. Okay? It didn't happen. So, I mean, again, I had fun. Obviously, always wish there was a few things that could have been done differently, but they weren't, and that's okay. Thumbs up if you liked the video. It does greatly help support that channel with the algorithm in trying to make me more relevant. Thumbs down if you didn't like it, bent it in half. Well, bend the thumb in half, that is. Twist it, and you'll get a Solo Sokoan spike in the rectum. And if you want to subscribe to the channel. And if not, trust me, I get it. Thanks for stopping by anyways. Take care. And maybe if I'm lucky, I'll see some of you in the next one. Bye for now.